Um, Hello, good evening, everybody. I am going to be your host tonight, Sir Potato the 12th, and I believe we are getting started with Champ Select. I am joined here by the wonderful Mr. Meowing Cat and
The wonderful.
the one and only.
All
And
right.
we have a wonderful game here between, um, what are the team names? Hold on. We'll get to you in a second with the team names, but yeah, it's gonna be a good one. So far, we've already got Leona banned out and Thresh banned out. Now an Ari ban coming through, so pretty much just a bunch of hard engaged supports, which is a little disappointing because those are always fun games to watch. And breaking news: the team names are Sons of Sinzari, coached by at Sinzari, and boosted by DemoZ, which I frankly don't think is possible, considering DemoZ himself is boosted.
Shots. Um, I think Sir Potato has a slight audio issue. His mic is a little quiet, so that will be sorted out shortly.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Okay.
but yeah, with pick ban going on, the bans are a lot of comfort bans, but pick ban is already done beforehand, by the way, guys. So people are just picking their stuff in order. Some
Yep.
things to note are you'll see in a second or so that a Maokai was picked up from the side of SOS, and that Maokai was actually second rotation, so it made it through two rotations, which is
That's pretty crazy,
pretty.
actually.
Yeah, it's a Maokai, so being left up, not being prioritized that heavily by the teams, and instead the first pick Rakan from SOS was actually more valuable.
Well, we're already going into the future. Seeing picks and bans that haven't even been picked or banned yet. But of course, these were all pre-done. We are moving
No, don't
to
even worry about it. We're from the future.
yeah. We see the Maokai. It's in second rotation. Whoa! How'd you know that? That's insane.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great. All right. Ooh, I like the Annie though. That's exciting. Getting ready to see some fools get one shot.
yeah, but oh,
Uh, Slight mishap. Please hold. I think somebody may have accident, or maybe that Annie pick wasn't intentional, and somebody just left the game. Um,
you
I'm
really
not
have that
sure.
weight screen prepped.
I actually have a couple of these prepped. um, yeah. So there you go, everybody. Wouldn't be an L5's game without a couple pauses, am I right? Um, Okay, well, there's not much that we can say about this right now because obviously the champs are not on the screen anymore. But once they are, you guys will be the first to know, which is pretty exciting, don't you think? um, okay, wow. So while we get this sorted out, we're gonna, I don't know, should we just throw on music or?
We should be
Welcome to Learning Fives, everybody, where we try and give a very smooth and clean experience, but of course, sometimes this isn't possible. Um, like right now, because everybody is suddenly leaving because we need to figure Champ Select out. So, production under construction. It'll probably be a second.
we'll go to oh okay. They're just reordering, yeah.
Nice.
So
All right, already before the Learning Fives game picks up, we're having pauses for issues out of the control of the players. Oh, good one.
yeah, but um excluding the interesting start, we did see that Annie was picked up. So it was told within a few seconds of it being picked, which it was a mispick. The gangplank was taken instead. Now I don't think anyone wants to watch a mid laner play GP for probably the first time. So since it
No.
was within a few seconds, we do consider it just as the Annie.
Yeah. So
As
make sure
just
you have
for
your picks planned before time, folks.
yeah, but that will be the Annie coming out. Um, and so it was a Fiora top lane
Mhm.
and a Zac jungle. So already you don't have amazing targets to burst down with that. And when we get further down the draft, you'll see that there's possibly some even harder things for the Annie to deal with. But at the same time, Annie is still a very strong champion
Mhm.
and very low skill cap, of course. So you can
Oh,
always make that
okay,
work.
LS.
Oh my.
Brought to you by
Anyone who says anything good about Annie,
LS. Paid by LS. Must be.
paid by LS.
Well, while this is happening, I'm gonna be making some new exciting weight screens so we can have some more things to look at. Maybe I should just throw this on the stream. Me going into MS Paint and drawing these. I don't know. Wait, are we actually ready to do this? Yeah, it looks like I won't be able to finish my masterpiece. Maybe I'll have it. Alright. So, it looks like we're going to be getting back into Champ Select. We have the readies coming out. So we're going to transition right back over there. Welcome to Learning Fives, folks. Alright, so...
Sir Potato, raise your mic a little bit.
it's still quiet.
Did you add? Remember how I told you to add gain to mine? Do the same for yours.
Mm-hmm.
I'll update you in chat or PMs.
Okay.
So technical stuff going on.
Very technical.
But so what happened was one team picked something accidentally, and so the other team didn't realize that and got really confused. But all that confusion seems to have been sorted out. Hopefully they aren't getting too salty about a show match because it's a show match. This is for fun.
It's all for fun and games, ladies and gentlemen. Please always keep that in mind that this is all always gonna
Sportsmanship.
be, yeah, it's all going to be about sportsmanship, and it's all going to be primarily to have fun before anything else. That's like a big thing that we have here is like, if it's not fun, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. But after that comes learning how to play League of Legends to a more efficient, in a more efficient way, and so you can climb still a Q ladder. But yeah. So
Enough
never
pick ban drama.
Yeah, right.
But so yeah, we do have the Pantheon into Fiora matchup in the top lane. So this matchup is a bit interesting because Pantheon can kind of just poke Fiora with the Q and has the passive to block her Qs and autos, right? So it's pretty decent for him. But Fiora, if she can manage to parry the Pantheon W, she can potentially all in there. And especially with a gank from the Zac, Pantheon not having any real escapes with that kind of CC lockdown that the Zac provides means that this top lane might be a little bit dangerous for Malice.
And that's honestly, looking at Flebebe's Fiora into the Pantheon, that is a really frustrating lane to play as the Fiora, because you're not going to be able to do anything that Fiora specializes in. You're not really going to be able to 1v1, because the Pantheon's probably just going to win out every time because of his passive, because he can just spam his spears. And that's another thing, it's spears. So you can just keep throwing them over and over, and you're not going to be able to parry all of them. So you're just going to have to take them and eventually be forced to back out of lane. Which is pretty frustrating.
Yeah. With that though, we see the Galio in the mid lane for Penguin God, which is against the Annie. Now this Annie was picked against the Galio. They saw, the Fiora was picked and the Galio was picked. So they knew this is a Galio mid lane. And this is the one part where I'm questioning the Annie pick a bit, right? Because you have Annie against Galio, who builds just straight magic resistance basically, and then you have the Caitlyn, a very safe ADC with a very decent long range, and then the Taric here is the last pick. It was not shown early, but this Taric is gonna really nullify that Annie even more.
Yeah.
And it's a really good pick because with the Pantheon ulting, you can see that ulti ahead of time and then use the Taric ulti immediately. And by the time Pantheon drops, you have the Taric ulti down.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big part of Team Sons of the blue side team.
Sons of Sinzari.
There you go, Sons of Sinzari. Most of their engage is going to be coming from the Pantheon or from the Maokai. They're either going to be using the Maokai ult or the Pantheon ult to be engaging onto the enemy team. And those are two very easily predictable ultimates. So School is just going to be able to predict that so incredibly easily and just end up using his ulti to nullify all of that damage, like you said.
Yeah.
So that is going to be very exciting to watch, and I'm actually really looking forward to this game. Just with I love watching Rakan play, just because of all of the crazy stuff that Rakan in and of himself can do, with the flash, ulti, W engage. It's always just super fun, exciting.
Yeah, and that's something to mention, that you have this Rakan, and then so you have this engage that is not really counterable in most senses.
Mm-hmm.
You also need to increase mic volume like a considerable amount more, but you have Taric who can ulti to nullify most engages, but if you get the Rakan to CC him before he can cast it, and then you get the CC chain of Rakan into Annie, maybe even the Maokai on top of that, you can lock some people down and probably burst them before that Taric ulti comes out.
Yeah, and all right, yeah, I'm just very excited to watch this game and get into the swing of things. So with that said, I think we're just gonna hop over, play some music for you guys to enjoy while we run down the spectator delay, and then we'll get right back into things. So, any last words?
Lots of engage versus lots of counter engage.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see which one of those wins out, whether they can just brute force their way through the counter engage and through the peel, or whether they're not going to be able to, and it's just going to be teams boosted by DemoZ just turns it back around on them and destroys them. So, yeah, with that said, we're going to throw on some music and stand by. Don't touch those browsers. Alrighty, welcome back everybody. I am your host, Sir Potato the Ninth, and I am joined here by my co-caster, the one, the only Mr. Meowing Cat, and we are here with the Week 2 NA show match featuring the teams Sons of Sinzari and boosted by DemoZ.
Yeah, nice little arcade map too.
Yeah, it's the... Is that Arcade Tristana, actually? Oh, wait. I think that is.
Is overlay changed, by the way?
Yeah, overlay should be changed. Oh, already we got a little bit of a Kirtas
Double check
coming
overlay.
out. Double check overlay? Yes, sir. Oh, uh-oh. Getting a little bit of a weird glitch. It should be.
Don't fix
should
within
be
the
good.
first minute of the game. We're all right. We're all right.
Wait, hold on. What's wrong with the overlay? It looks good. It looks good to me. Weird. I don't know. All right.
Press the transition scene button.
Oh, yeah. Guys can't
There we
actually
go.
see the game.
Fixing
NA production.
tech issues on stream. Fixing
Woo!
live, baby.
NA production, lol.
Color caster slash internet technician on the case.
Holy. Alright, well, this is a prime example of how computer illiterate I am.
Don't even worry about it.
Alright.
We're in the game. We see Maokai sapling up a bush.
Yep, I love
Couple
that.
times. Not any of the special starts that we see the Maokai's doing really being cheesy, but definitely still getting a really good first clear.
I remember the first time that I saw a super clear, it was actually done by Contract with top laner of Cloud9. I can't remember his name right now. But regardless, the first time I saw that, I was just so amazed by the strategy coming out. That was super fun to watch. Just like the new strategies being played in the LCS, and then how those affected my games as a solo queue player. So very exciting to watch. A little sad that we didn't get to see anything like that this game, but that, yeah. It's a little unfortunate,
Yeah.
but not that bad.
Quick heads up to anyone watching: there is going to be pausing through the client. We cannot fix that. That is from Riot itself. Riot sends their regards.
No, they don't.
So we will fast
Ooh.
forward.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
it's been like that for a while.
That was disgusting. Penguin guy getting some mad damage on the Spinal Tapper. This is roughly an equal trade. Yeah, that's just Riot hates.
Oh, Penguin.
Oh,
might be
Penguin
in
God
trouble,
getting
though.
engaged on by Vivat Mori and Spinal Tapper. Forced Flash out of the way. Oh, Vivat Mori gets an excellent block onto him. That's first blood going over to Spinal Tapper. That's not good for Penguin God or any members of BBD, really. The fact that Annie gets first blood.
Yeah, the Maokai ganks are very potent early on.
Yeah.
And Penguin God was just shoving without having the proper vision or protection from his jungler. So he needed his jungler to be warding on one side for him so he could ward the other, or his jungler needed to be nearby to counter gank, and neither of those conditions were met, which caused Penguin God to be caught out of position, and using the flash too,
Yeah.
putting him in a really rough spot now.
That was an excellent block by Vivat Mori, though. Standing in front of the Galio dash just so that he couldn't get out of there. Very well played. Kill well deserved. Over to Spinal Tapper.
Yeah. So quick finish on what I was saying before. There is pausing, right? And we will be fast forwarding, so you'll see a little bit of like pause and then fast forward after that.
Yeah.
That's so us casters can stay somewhat relatively close in game time. So I'm not 20 seconds ahead of Sir Potato here.
That has happened to me before while I was running a stream. And it got pretty awkward because my little stun going on to Jace right there. Anyways, back to that thought. It was a little awkward because there was a kill happening and I completely missed it, and my color caster totally had to fill in on that. Little engage going on in top lane. Nobody really taking too much damage though.
Yeah, these lanes should be somewhat safe unless junglers intervene.
Yeah.
Although post 6 is when we can maybe see the Fiora finally start being aggressive against the Pantheon. But early on, like we see up here, Flebe is taking a considerable amount of poke. The Doran shield really helping nullify that Pantheon
Absolutely.
though.
I'm just impressed that Flebe has equal farm. Penguin God going in on Spinal Tapper, getting a nice Winds of War. Stunned by Spinal Tapper. Spinal Tapper's just autoing away.
Yeah,
That's
but
into that.
on the
Engage.
backside, Jonix Spartan is right there.
Might be
The
looking
Zac
to
might be able to
come
get a
in.
gank in.
Apparently that's not important enough for direct camera. Oh, Flebe actually getting ignited flash on by Malice Green. That's a kill. Now, meanwhile, in the mid lane, Vivat Moray onto Penguin God. Spinal Tapper looking to pick up the kill. Vivat Moray actually takes the kill himself. Oh, that's got to be a tilter. Twice in a row. Gank coming in from Vivat Moray. It didn't even matter that his own jungle was there. That's rough.
Yeah, a bit over chasing without knowing where the Maokai was for the counter gank. And that's 3 kills over to the side of SOS. So that's a considerable gold lead already, 1.2k this early on. It's going to possibly allow their top side of the map to snowball here.
Yep, I definitely think it will. Pantheon into Fiora is already a winning lane. And the fact that he just got a solo kill is going to be pretty big. Teleport coming out from Flebe. I think that's actually a really good time to teleport right now in the top lane, because a very large minion wave is crashing into the Malice Green's tower, and he's not going to be able to get any of that experience, so it is going to be a good way for Flebe to neutralize the level deficit, or the experience deficit that he suffered because of that kill, but it's not going to really help him with the gold difference that he's now facing.
Yeah.
Good teleport by Flebe. Long story short.
Yeah, and that's the one advantage that this Fiora had. But now that that teleport is gone, you see both of these top laners at full HP. If Flebe gets poked down, he can't really recall and then TP back. Although if he goes for an all-in,
Malice
maybe
Green
it's not an issue.
actually engaging, or actually getting engaged on by Flebe. But in the end, the Pantheon still does win that trade, and Flebe is pretty low. The Corrupting Pots will help get that sustain and health bar back up. But Flebe really can't take any more of those small skirmishes unless he's planning on just fully committing to a fight.
Yeah, Flebe does have the flash advantage here. And so if Flebe was equal levels and equal HP, he could definitely commit for an all-in with the ultimate. He has to make sure that shield, the passive is down, and the most important part is making sure that he parries at least one of the abilities.
Yeah, otherwise it's just gonna
Preferably
get melted.
the Aegis of Zionia.
There you go.
Why was that so hard? The Pantheon stun, as us laymen would call it.
Yeah.
That took too many tries, but right here, this Pantheon is setting up a freeze and very safe, which means that Flebe could get ganked. Now, Vivat Mori will be spotted out, but maybe a little too late.
Yep, Vivat Mori actually engaging onto Flebe. Flebe running very low. Ulti coming up from Vivat Mori, and that's a kill going over to Vivat Mori himself. Malice Green picking up another, or actually his first assist, but it's not looking too good for Team Boosted by DemoZ right now. That's just another kill, another 300 gold going over to Sons of Sinzari. They're playing this very well.
Yeah, slight nitpicking there. The Fiora was 100% dead. There was no way Flebe would get out of that. So Vivat Mori definitely could have given that kill over to Malice Green. Although Vivat Mori might be giving
Mori
over
getting
some
caught
other
out.
stuff.
Yep,
like his
Penguin God
life.
looking to engage onto Vivat Mori. Pantheon ulti coming out from Malice Green. Ignite also. John Spartan getting engaged, actually coming in. Oh, looks like John Spartan's running out of health. Gets popped, and now his blobs are all over the place. Now Penguin
has
God's
TP
looking.
still.
He doesn't use TP to save his comrade. I don't think that he would have been able to do too much if he had teleported there, though. So.
Oh, speaking of teleports, look at this anti-TP coming in behind them. This might be it.
Yeah, and he coming in for the flank. Does have ulti and flash available. Ulti flash coming out from Taki. Now, Email is running very low. Penguin God coming in with the teleport, using his taunt onto 2 members of Team SOS. Now, it looks like Tibbers is trying to clean up, but he's not really doing much. Now, Jace is looking to turn on to School. School flashing out. The exploding charges are stacking up. Oh, but it's just not enough to take him out. Penguin God getting stunned up. And now it looks like Emialis? We'll go with that. Is actually going to stick around to take this wave and just defend her tower. His
Names
tower.
are hard.
Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah. Bit of a skirmish in the bottom lane. Flash burned. 2 flashes burned by team, boosted by DemoZ in the bottom lane, as well as teleport from Penguin God. Yeah.
Yeah, the Cosmic Radiance from the school there really helped buy the time for Penguin God to help save them with the counter teleport. If that Taric did not have an ulti there, that really would have been a lot more trouble.
Yeah,
the Annie did get her full spell rotation before the Taric ulti came down though, so almost getting it anyways, but it's just not enough. I think there were some slight misplays there though, as Jace did not get the ulti off on Emilius.
Yeah.
Emilius? Okay, how did you say it? I'm gonna stick with what you said.
I'm just saying
that is actually, I think, the closest, yes. So, we'll go with that. But, not using the,
Oh. Ouch. Flave got a little bit beat up there. I just realized that Malice Green does have like 1% crit or so in his runes, and he got a crit onto Flave, which did a lot of damage there.
Yeah, he does run 1% crit, and it wasn't the below 15% health, I believe, that was that. I think it actually was a 1% crit.
Yeah.
Was he
wait, but now Malice Green is getting engaged on by Penguin God and Flave. Flave actually using his parry and getting a lot of damage off. Grand Challenge coming out. Malice Green actually taking the kill. Now the school in the bottom lane getting taken out by Takeito. It's Takeito. Oh, that's clever. Malice Green looking to engage on a Penguin God, but Penguin God takes him out in the end. That's a shutdown. 360 gold to Penguin God. And now it looks like Team Sons of Sinzari are looking to take this Mountain Drake, and it doesn't look like Team boosted by DemoZ is going to be able to really do anything about this.
Yeah, I mean, what can you really do when there's a very fed Annie and Maokai that can just lock you down and kill you?
Yeah.
Good smite from Vivat Mori, saving it until after the Caitlyn Q. I've seen quite the opposite too many times.
Yep.
Well, this is the problem, that you have this engage comp that is now getting very fed and can possibly even burst your carries before the Cosmic Radiance from Taric even comes out. But the second problem, you only have 2 carries, really, right? You have a Caitlyn and a Fiora. The 2 other people on your team that deal any damage are AP tanks that don't really have super high DPS.
No, not at all.
So we should be seeing some Ninja Tabbies coming out. The mobility boots are very standard for the Maokai, although I possibly would have liked to see the adaptation of Ninja Tabby. That's a debatable one.
I don't know. I think that's going to be mostly just for Sons of Sinzari, just because of the Caitlyn.
It's definitely for the early game.
Yeah. For the Caitlyn and for the Pantheon, that armor is definitely going to help. Stun barely missing. Ulti coming out from Takeito. Looking onto the bottom lane of Sons of boosted by DemoZ. Now, Penguin God ulting in. And a little bit of a end of its skirmish. Now, John Spartan actually in the middle lane engaging onto Spinal Tapper. Spinal Tapper gets a nice Thunderlord's proc and forces John Spartan out of the lane. And meanwhile, Vivat Mori in the bottom lane is looking to back.
Yes. He is looking to that.
Yep. That's pretty much all there is to say about it.
Now, it looks like the Maokai is going for... That looks like the build path for Knight's Vow. I personally would have preferred the Righteous Glory here.
Yeah.
I think that is what most Maokais are doing the majority of the time.
Oh! Yeah. Red
And
score
with
is
how
looking
ahead
really
this
good.
Maokai is, he really needs to be pushing that advantage early on. Because this team needs to snowball to stay in the game. Because if they don't have enough burst damage, they might run into issues with, you know, the Cosmic Radiance being able to save the Caitlyn before she gets killed.
Yep. Oh, actually, hold that thought. Engage going on to Malice Green by multiple members of BBD. And now it looks like Malice Green running very low. Flash is coming out all over the place. Ulti coming out from John Spartan. Spinal Tapper looking to clean up the fight. Flavor, missing that flash. Now Spinal Tapper is going to run out of health and die. And now Vivat Mori is running away, trying to escape Penguin God and John Spartan, but it doesn't look like he's really going to be able to. He's probably going to be taken out in a second. And wet noodle fight, boys. Oh, wow. That was a little bit greedy from Flebe, flashing forward. Wait, actually, that was a flash from Penguin God. That was a little bit greedy. He ended up getting a kill. Yeah, kill secure, I guess. That's... I don't know. I think that was a little bit of a questionable flash. I think just the fact that you got...
Flabe's might have been a little more questionable. The Dyrus flash.
Oh, okay. Malice Green coming in with the ulti. And now he's looking to engage onto John Spartan. John Spartan running pretty low, but Malice Green takes him out. Now John Spartan is in Bloodborne, and Malice Green actually gets taken out himself. And now Spinal Tapper is up in the top lane looking to engage onto Penguin God and John Spartan, but it's not really working, and he's getting just chunked out by both of them. Looking to finally take out Penguin God, and now he's looking on to John Spartan. John Spartan hopping over that wall. Nothing really that Spinal Tapper can do about that one. But he ends up getting the kill, and that was also a questionable ulti from Malice Green. He was going into a 3v1, regardless or irregardless of how much health the enemy team has. Excuse me. That's 3v1 is still going to be a 3v1. It's not really going to be favorable for you. He did end up getting 2 kills, but at the cost of his own life.
Yeah, and so now there's been some gold traded back and forth, and the gold lead has just completely disappeared.
Yeah.
25.3k to 25.2k. I mean, it's just a couple hundred gold difference at most, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is coming out.
Woohoo! There it is, boys.
This is pauses, baby. What we like to see.
That's not really good for Team Sons of Sinzari because they had a really strong lead going for them. They had the first blood on the Annie. They had a lot of kills on Malice Green in the top lane. A lot of kills and assists on Vivat Mori himself. And now they're just throwing it away. I mean, that first tower in those last couple of fights, that's not really what you want to be seeing. If you have a couple of kills on the enemy team, you're not really going to be wanting to throw that away just by losing those fights. So that's not a couple of misplays on the Team Sons of Sinzari.
Yeah, this is the problem. Now that they don't have enough damage to really melt through people easily, you really have to just kind of wait out until that Tristana hits her items so she can actually kill the tanks. But at that time, is it going to be, is that Tristana going to be able to survive through? Is a lot of stuff is going to come down to the execution of the fights. And
these fights
the big thing is, a lot of these people can come from anywhere. Annie bringing the teleport in the mid lane. You have double TP on the side of BBD. Well, and then you have a Fiora in the mid lane.
Yeah, apparently now Flebe and Penguin God looking to engage, actually getting engaged on themselves by Taquito. And now the ulti coming out from Vivat Mori. Flebe running out of health by Spinal Tapper. And now Penguin God looks to be the next target, but he's joined by John Spartan, and it doesn't look like they're going to be able to take him out. John Spartan jumping into the middle of the enemy team, and now Jace looking to do a lot of damage on the enemy tower. And that's just what happens. So in the end, Flebe is the only one that gets taken out, and it looks like this is going to be a free tower for Team Sons of Sinzari. Penguin God is himself dashing in, gets engaged on by Taquito. Red turret has been destroyed, and a pause. Tactical pause, boys.
Ooh, Oh, that's a
Wow.
weird timing.
Yeah, that's
Normally you wait until combat is over.
yeah.
Um,
Right now,
don't know how I
Penguin
feel about
God.
that one, but
Yeah. Um, Penguin God is in the middle of oh, disconnect. So that's gonna be why John Spartan is in the middle of the team as Blobs, and he disconnected. So that's a really
yeah.
unfortunate time to disconnect. Um, I guess good pause timing, but also bad pause. Good reaction time. I'll give him that. Um,
Something to note is that the initiation with Flebe coming with Penguin God, they got a little over greedy, and
mhm.
Flebe has been kind of just having a rough game on the Fiora. I mean, 054, not getting much done,
Yeah.
and allowing the Pantheon to, actually become a major threat is really not what you want to be doing.
Mhm.
Uh, he needs Flebe will outscale Malice Green in late game, like full items. Flebe will almost always be able to outplay Malice Green with the Fiora because how strong Fiora scales.
Yeah.
Pantheon's ulti can't be used in a 1v1 late game. Late game, Flebe can just. Although there is one point that Malice Green can ulti
Oh,
without
hold that
any
thought.
worry.
Now John Spartan is back in the fight, and he gets taken out as well as Penguin God. All right,
Okay,
go back.
all right, that's 3 kills over, and yeah, Flebe can't cancel Malice Green's ultimate, but that's the only redeeming quality about the Pantheon v Fiora matchup late game. That is completely glossing over the great early game for the Pantheon, but Rift Herald getting started now, and that
Oh,
was 3 goal. Oh gosh.
John Spartan once again disconnecting. Pretty unlucky timing.
I mean, is it unlucky when he's not even out of Fountain yet? I guess now he should be out.
Yeah.
All right.
So it looks like he may be having some connection issues right now, which is pretty unlucky considering he's in the middle of a show match. But there you
Yeah.
go.
All right. Now that it's slowed down a little bit, look, Dragon does look like the next objective by both teams.
Mhm.
Especially SOS. They're really going towards that and
Yeah.
setting up for it.
Um.
It's
So the
worth
rip.
mentioning that there's 2 Knights Vows on the side of
Sinzari.
SOS,
Yeah.
and Maokai has actually bound his to Annie. Rakan is most likely going to bind his to Tristana, although hasn't done so yet.
Yeah.
But Rakan is actually considered a ranged champion,
Mhm.
and so Rakan only gets half the value from the Knight's Vow, which is a bit sucky.
Yeah. I mean,
I
it
think that
still is
rushing,
good, but
yeah,
it's just
it's
not going to be as
good, but
good.
yeah, you have this option of rushing the Ardent Sensor, which is incredible for the Tristana. Ardent Sensor is such a strong item right now.
And not just
Almost,
Tristana, but it's also good on everybody on his team because his heal is going to be an AoE heal. Um, so everybody on his team is going to be benefiting from that, as well as the shield that Rikon has. It's going to be really beneficial to build Ardent Sensor.
yeah. I mean, it helps everyone throw out some more extra auto attacks. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I mean, the Pantheon, of course, doesn't build any attack speed at all, really. So it's gonna be multiplying his damage if he's in auto range, as Spinal Tapper is. Yeah, and that's really aggressive. They need to be just whittling away at the tower. They have Flebe with the teleport in the bot side, which this is actually the proper place for Flebe to be right now because the Baron is up. So it
Yeah.
looks like Spinal Tapper is actually gonna go into the bottom lane and match that.
Yep.
Which is, I guess, the only thing you can do. But they do not have much wave clear here.
Yeah.
Although it looks like he's actually heading up towards the mid lane.
One thing that I think we really actually need to comment on is the fact that Vivat Mori does have that
Well, okay. So yeah, Spinal Tapper is gonna sit in the bot lane.
Oh, my bad.
So there's not much wave clear in the mid lane right now for the side of Sons of Sinzari SOS.
Okay.
They have Tristana, but that's
Yeah.
does not have Static Shiv yet.
One thing we didn't comment on is the fact that Vivat Mori does have Rift Herald. That's pretty important. Just that as a status that brings them. The fact that they can put that down, and right now it does.
And it looks like you're gonna use in the bot lane right now. Yeah.
He is you see the pings coming out on the little mini map, and it has been it has been summoned. Excuse me. Good usage. Nobody's there to defend it. Right now he's
the
gonna
little
be
race car
back.
cannon minion is.
Yeah, that's true. I really like that.
But
Turret falling down.
That's putting the Annie in the bot lane with the Maokai. That's trading 1-for-1 with a Rift Herald usage. I mean, that's not that great.
That really isn't.
The mid tower was fairly low already, so they probably would lose it eventually, but...
Yeah, but they expended so many resources on something that was, like, not that good of a trade. Hold that thought. Penguin God actually being engaged on by Vivat Mori and Spinal Tapper. Neither of them really having the DPS necessary to do really anything to Penguin God, so they're not really going to be taking him out anytime soon. Good taunts, though. Now the engage coming out from John Spartan. Vivat Mori coming in as well. Summoner has left the game. Let's bounce coming out from John Spartan into the enemy tower. Oh. Pause coming in so that Tito
another one right in the middle of a fight. Ugh. I mean,
there you go. So yeah, more pauses. This gives us some more time to discuss how this fight is probably going to turn out. It looks like Spinal Tapper's going to die here.
Yeah, possibly. I do want to say that I do really think the Rakan going for the Knight's Vow there is a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any way to really put it. The Rakan can go Ardent. The Maokai can go for the Knight's Vow, and then you have some like all this for Tristana, you know, without like, and then they can focus on other stuff too. You can get a Locket on the Maokai, you can get Redemption, and then Locket on the Rakan, or even a Righteous Glory on the Rakan instead. You don't need to get that Knight's Vow on him when you already have a Maokai, and then you know you got a Maokai who first item Knight's Vow when his support was building it anyways, when he could have built a Righteous Glory. So
and Righteous Glory is so good.
Not synergy going on here with the items from SOS, which could be diminishing their lead.
Yeah.
And it's worth mentioning that they're fighting here. Oh, it looks like the game is about to be unpaused.
Hold that thought. The Spinal Tapper sent to the enemy tower, and he ends up taking out Penguin God. And now John Spartan looks to be the next target. Now Zach is in Blob 4 and Malice Green, and Spinal Tapper looking to take him out. And it's a double kill for Spinal Tapper. Looks like we were mistaken in saying that Spinal Tapper is going to die. In fact, he'd actually taken out Penguin God with a Q right before the pause came through. And he ended up cleaning up shop with... his teammates, Vivat Mori and Malice Green.
Yeah, that was... Oh, Vivat Mori just took the blue buff.
Oh, that's a little,
unlucky.
A little unlucky, yeah.
As now they're taking the blue buff...
Oh, it's cute.
Flave taking the blue buff here.
Unlucky.
Securing it, not going over to the support for once. Supports never get anything.
Yeah, it feels bad, man.
But that's kind of important because right now Annie doesn't have that extra blue buff and only has 20% cooldown reduction. So that extra 10% to get to 30 would be really nice, as Annie is very rotation dependent.
Yeah.
Spell rotation not dependent, not like map rotation dependent.
Yeah.
We're not Monte Cristo yet.
Oh, Vivat Mori spotting out John Spartan in his own jungle, but just toss him in a little Q before he continues on his merry way. Alright.
Yeah.
So, right now, almost all summoners are available for...
I'm getting a little nitpicky again.
Pardon?
I'm a little nitpicky about the items again.
Yep.
Support itemization is kind of like my specialty.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing here the school went Mobies on Tarek. That's good for getting in the initial E, but then the follow-up auto attacks that Tarek loves to get, it's kind of hard to do
Yeah.
so. So, against that team, there's a lot of other options you could have went for, as the Pantheon is dropping.
Wow. Looking to engage onto Amalius. Amalius forced to flash out, and now School is going to be the target. He used his invulnerability. And not really anything else comes from that. They got Emialis's flash out. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that correctly every time. I'm very sorry to Emialis. But yeah, really only the flash coming out from Emialis. Nothing else really happening. No kills going over. This is the third dragon for Sons of Sinzari.
Yeah. Cosmic Radiance is a really long cooldown though, so that is worth mentioning. It's just under a 2.5 minute cooldown.
Baron being started by team.
They're not doing it super fast though.
Yeah, they're already getting spotted out. Malice Green knows that they're on this, and it looks like the rest of Sons of Sinzari knows they have to disengage off of it. Penguin God looking to taunt onto Spinal Tower, and now they have to force, or they're being forced off this Baron. They can't continue it.
Yeah,
that's not good.
SOS is running towards mid lane right now. It looks like they might be just out rotating and going for a tower.
They're gonna be able to pressure Team BBD off just because they're getting there first. That was a very questionable call, but the fact that they're rotating into a tower in mid. Anyways, wow, Spartan just got deleted by Malice Green and friends. Now School looks to be the next target. Double kill coming out for Malice Green. Now Penguin God, Emialis, and Playbay are going to be the only ones left.
Oh,
and now Emialis is being engaged on by... Oh, Emialis with the triple kill. Now is he going to be looking for more? Yes, he is. Looking for the quadra kill, and he's got one more enemy left. Is Playbay. Playbay is actually going to be recalling, though. So I guess he's going to have to take the quadra kill, which is definitely a highlights play right there. And now Team Sons of Sinzari are rotating towards Baron. They're going to clear off the vision. They're going to set up their own vision. Will Flaybay be able to take this? Or maybe John Spartan will be able to because he's on his way. But it doesn't seem like he's going to be able to have the chance because it's just being melted so quickly. And it does seem like Team boosted by DemoZ is going to be conceding this Baron, excuse me. And it goes over to Vivot Mori's Smite. Very clean by Team Sons of Sinzari. Very clean fight all around. Shout out to the fact that Malice Green getting that quadra kill. Really good engage on the Emialis with this ulti. And just a clean up from there.
You know, Emilialis did try to save it. Actually dropped a trap directly on the Pantheon.
Yeah.
He just threw a spear and just secured the kill.
Yeah.
It was a really good engage from the whole team, though.
It really was.
Fairly well. I want to say, though, something that is important this game that might come up in the next game, or possibly even later on in this game, is Jace is kind of not really there when a lot of those fights are happening. Having the least kill participation in the team, you know, as well as, you know, when that Baron was being started by the side of BBD, OJSO was in the mid lane, not with the team. The only member not there. If the Tristana was there, they possibly could have fought that. And so
if they did fight that, they definitely would have won it.
Yeah, they were so low, so you know, they could have possibly went in there, but without their ADC, you know, 4v5, it's kind of risky. And so this might be something that's worth noting as there's a fight
John
happening.
Spartan looking to engage. Ulti coming out from Penguin God. Massive amounts of CC, but it's not really doing a lot of damage. Now ulti coming out from Taquito. Reverse engage, or counter engage coming out. The School using his invulnerability. And now it looks like Team SOS is on the front foot. John Spartan using a very good jump onto two members, but now he's in blob form, and now Penguin God running very low, trying to engage Playbay, actually getting a kill, and now he's looking to be engaged on by multiple members. Gets shut down onto Spinal Tapper, flashes forward, looking for the kill onto Playbay. Oh, the very clean steps, and now Jace has in fact slain Playbay. Now the School is the sole member remaining to defend his towers, but I don't think he's going to be able to do enough. Malice Green in the middle in the mid lane right now, actually just taking everything out. And it doesn't seem like School is going to be able to defend this too much. He gets a nice stun off, but it's not going to be able to lead anything. None of his teammates are alive. Now, Alice is back in the mix of things, and he's looking to be... Now he's actually being engaged on by Malice Green. Malice Green stepping a little too far forward and ends up getting taken out by the ace in the hole. And now Jace, rocket jumping out of the range. John Spartan going to be looking for a jump if he get into range. And there's a pause. God dang it!
Pause camp, baby. This is what lives in my blood. Getting pauses. I think this is the 4th, 5th one this game.
Wow.
Gotta love League of Legends. This is probably why pauses aren't in solo queue.
This is definitely why pauses aren't in solo queue.
There's a very legitimate reason that there's no pauses in solo queue.
Yeah.
I mean, this game is gonna be such an uphill battle if BBD is actually going to play it out. I mean, they have no middle inhibitor. They have no Nexus towers. They have only 2 inhibitor towers left with their inhibitors, respectively. And then an open Nexus.
Yeah. So right now they are open to the back doors, but it's going to be a little bit difficult because none of them really have TP that are going to be able to do a back door.
It's not really a back door they have to worry about. It's more like a front door.
Yeah.
If even 1 or 2 members die, they can kind of just walk up and pressure them off with 5 people and just end the game, or just take a fight and then win and then end the game.
So right now is really the moment of truth. It's a make or break because, like, if any members of boosted by DemoZ, if any of them get caught out, that would lead to the end of the game, and that would lead to Team Sons of Sinzari actually ending the game. So right now it really matters whether or not you're alive or dead, more than any other time in the game.
Yeah.
A session ago, I was told by my coach, any game or any death past 18 minutes in the game might lead you to the end of the game. Just because of how long your respawn timer is. Oh, well, moment of truth. But
2 seconds. 2 seconds is how long we made it before the next pause.
2. Oh, yep. Woo! Alrighty.
Okay, unpause again. Hopefully for longer than 2 seconds. Maybe 3 this time.
We made it fast.
Don't hold your breath.
We're good. I think we're
right.
ready to let go of our breath. Alright. Oh, a little bit of lag there. I'm gonna speed up for a second.
Yeah, that is the client issue.
Woohoo! Oh wait. Oh, Bebop Mori got that. Yep. One of those jugglers with Cinder Hulk will eventually get the blue buffs.
Yeah. It's.
Whoa, it's on your
This
mind.
game is really, really scary. I mean, there is a 10k gold lead.
Yeah.
No towers left in the mid lane up to the Nexus. Baron is down, so they don't have to worry about that for a while. But there is going to be an Earth Drake up in 40 seconds. Now, I don't think they really need the Earth Drake that much. You don't really need to take towers when there's no towers to take.
I mean, yeah, it could help.
What would be really interesting to see
help.
if BBD set up for the dragon and was getting prepared for it, and then SOS just walks around them and goes and ends the game.
I mean, that is a threat that Team Boosted by DemoZ has to keep in mind. They're like, we can't. They cannot contest dragon right now.
If they
There's no way.
contest for too long with 5 people, super minions can just run down the mid lane.
Yeah.
And just kill the base. They can just stop the backs.
There's so many
if they
reasons
send
why
only
they can't
4
contest
people
it.
and keep 1 person to wave clear, then you have the start of a fight 5v4. Except Malice Green is in the back. He can just Pantheon ulti into the base.
Honestly,
is he
I'm
gonna do it?
surprised. Is that what's gonna happen? No, he's not
waiting.
using it yet. He might be looking to just help the team. Oh, he's looking to go top lane. Meanwhile, in the Dragon Pit, Penguin God using his ulti to help deck John Spartan, but it's not really going to help. Jace is doing so much damage now. Spinal Tapper flashing over the wall.
Malice is ulting.
Spartan actually gets taken out. Now School coming out with his ulti to get some invincibility. Malice Green actually taking out Emmy Alice. Now in the mid lane, Penguin God is being engaged on by Jace and Vivat Morty. Vivat Morty is flashing in. Penguin God running out of health, and that's going to be the game, folks. Blade trying to survive as long as possible, but he ends up getting taken out by Malice Green. And that is going to be a 4-for-1 trade in favor of Sons of Sinzari, and they're going to be looking to take out this game right now.
I want to say that Malice Green ulting to the fight there was probably the smarter of the plays.
Yeah.
But he could have ulted to the base.
And that would have been a lot more exciting. Oh, School just getting deleted by Vivat Morty's engage. And that's going to be the end of the game, folks. Yeah, Nexus falls down. And, good game. Well played to both teams, but in the end, Sons of Sinzari does come out on top. So, that was a little bit frightening for a second, because Sons of Sinzari had such a good early game lead with the first blood onto the Annie, with the multiple kills in the top lane with Malice Green. But for a second there, they really faltered. They almost threw their lead, which would have been really, really bad. But in the end, they did come out on top. The only thing really else to say about that game?
No, that was pretty solid game. Played their composition well. They engaged. They waited out whenever the Taric ulted, and then just engaged even more after that. So.
Yep. All right. Well,
much damage to handle.
That's gonna wrap up that game. Stay tuned. We will have another game. Right after this, so don't touch those browsers. We will be right Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the stream. I am Sir Potato, the 12th or the 9th or what have you, and I am joined here by my amazing, wonderful co-caster, Mr. Meowing Cat, and we are back with the Learning Fives Game 2 show match, Week 2, and all those miscellaneous tags, and we're getting right back into things.
Wait, I'm not a Mrs.?
You're not a. Oh, wow, I assume. Oh, man.
Did you just assume my gender?
Alright,
all
oh my
right.
god.
Back
Enough
to
with
League
the
of
memes.
Legends.
Yeah. Alright, so Pantheon and Echo bands coming out from Team boosted by demos, and Sons of Sinzari banning out the ever so impactful Galio and the Ari away from Penguin God. Now the Maokai band coming out, I really support that Pantheon band just because Pantheon was such a big factor last game. Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah. So just so everyone is informed, the pick ban is done through an external thing, so they aren't just first picking Shen, right? They did, however, not first pick Cho'Gath, which was available. So that went over to the red side, and that's a scary pick.
It is indeed. Cho'Gath is always scary. Right now he has a really I wouldn't say it's a niche spot in the meta, but he's definitely very powerful in the meta right now. Because right now he just is a disgustingly well scaling tank that'll be able to just be even tankier and tankier and tankier. He doesn't even have a limit of how tanky he can get. Theoretically, you could have infinite health on Cho'Gath. But that is a little
fun?
scary.
1k true damage point and click.
That
is with a Righteous Glory added on top, just to butter it up, sweeten the deal a little bit.
Yep, all you need is a gargoyle stone plate, and then you're good to go.
Yeah.
So
yeah, pick ban was done beforehand. So the Kassadin was picked blind, and so Orianna was taken into that. Now, Orianna is fairly safe, so she probably will be able to handle the Kassadin and bully him around pre-6. So it's a fairly decent matchup early on, although if that Kassadin does get out of hand, that Orianna is going to be pretty vulnerable without any real mobility.
Yep. And right now, Orianna can't do the level 1 cheese take E anymore because the 20 shield reduction on the E is going to be coming into effect. Which I was personally a fan. You just level E first, and then you walk at them, keep autoing them, and then that's all you need to do to win an early trade. So,
yeah,
a little sad about that.
The Kog'Maw Thresh lane, which is a very odd lane to go for itself, because you have the Kog'Maw who you want to just peel and protect for, so Thresh is good with that, but you also want something to buff him up, like a Lulu or whatever. The Lulu was already taken away though, so they knew they couldn't do that. So,
I think Sona could even work in this position because you're still gonna have that engagement.
But they already picked the Thresh early on. They first rotationed him, so the Thresh was before the Cog. So that leads to the question: should you have taken Cog?
But it looks like
that team, it's not horrible, but at the same time, your team doesn't really want to peel and protect. Besides for the Thresh. You have the Cho'Gath who wants to run in and eat, someone really quickly. You have Evelynn who obviously wants to assassinate people. Kassadin wants to assassinate people. And this is relegating the Thresh to have to play safe instead of more diving, making picks.
Yeah. And that's really not like Thresh's MO. He's not really known for playing passively and just waiting until laning phase is over to be going in. He wants to be going in as soon as you get into the lane, hitting flays and hooks all over the place. But it does look like Team Sons of Sinzari is a very heavy scaling comp with the Kog'Maw, with the Cho'Gath, and even the Thresh to an extent, just because of the amount of shields and redemption that you can get on that champion.
Yeah, but then you look at the flip side, and you have boosted by DemoZ with 3 champions that can shield, and a Tristana. So you have, of course, you do have the good scaling in the Cho'Gath and Kog'Maw, but then on the flip side, you have Elise, the best early game jungler probably available.
Yep.
And against an Evelynn, Evelynn can, dictate some really strong early game fights, but she has no hard CC. Her solo laners have no hard CC. So in those ganks, you have to be Cho'Gath has a hard CC, but it's
It's
very unreliable.
yeah.
And then you're against a Shen who can just jump out of it. Or if he does get silenced, he might get CC chained, but then he can still, still dash away afterwards, and then Spirit Refuge to block some of that Evelynn damage as well. I mean, these lanes aren't too gankable, and
but looking
you
at
have
the
triple
Elise,
shielding with a Tristana.
yeah, but from Elise's point of view, it's a very gankable lane everywhere. In the top side, you got a very immobile tank that you're going to be able to gank in the mid lane. Maybe not so much because it's Kassadin, but in the bottom lane, the Kog'Maw, the Thresh is going to be it's going to be pretty easy to gank that lane as well.
Yeah, and so it was worth mentioning Lulu was second rotationed away, but I mean they had a chance to take it if they really wanted this comp that badly, and they opted for the Thresh instead. So I'm a little confused by that. I mean, you already have enough assassination that the Thresh with the pick isn't really needed. So the composition from SOS seems really wonky.
Yeah.
Compared to a very stable composition from BBD with, basically just like the essential protect the carry comp, right? You have a hyper carry, you got the Tristana, you have an enchanter support that can buff like crazy, probably the best one at it, Lulu, right? Then you have a Shen with the the ultimate who can just protect even harder, and then you have the shielding from the Orianna. Like, this composition has everything you want, basically. You have a tank, you have engage with the Shen Orianna, you have strong early game with the Elise, you have great late game because of that composition itself. I mean, it's everything they could want. So
yeah. Well, I'm assuming that they're going to have a plan walking into this game. So we're going to wait a sec. Yeah. I think we're just going to wait it out. So don't touch that browser, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, everybody, welcome back to the NA Week 2 show match for Learning Fives. I am your host, Sir Potato the 12th or 9th, or I don't know anymore. And I am joined by my co-caster, Mr. Meowing Cat, or I'm sorry, Mrs. or what have you, whatever you prefer to be called.
Zer.
And
let's not start that.
Oh boy, that's a lot of disconnect there. Thanks, Riot.
Yeah, getting that nice Riot spectator bug, love it.
Gotta love it.
We already mentioned it last game.
Yeah.
Just delay. We're gonna speed up every once in a while. You guys know the drill by now.
Wait, hold on. This is a little bizarre to me. Not the fact that the team Sons of Sinzari are looking to invade right now, or at least setting one up. The fact that neither of the supports has a gold coin right now. I think that's not really a good idea for either of the supports, regardless of what champion they are, just because of the fact that gold coin, or ancient coin rather, is so good right now. With the amount of gold that it gives, and even the mana, regardless of the buffs that came in recently.
These are two of the few champions where it's actually a decision, I would say.
Yeah.
It's not horrible by any means, the item that they went for.
Yeah.
God, those pings are loud. I don't know if they are for you too.
Yep.
They're going crazy. But, Lulu, if she goes for the Spell Thieves, she's gonna have less gold income, but she's gonna have more mobility, so she's gonna be able to kite and reposition better because of the move speed the quest gives.
Yeah.
So basically, if you go for the Spell Thieves, what you're doing is you want to have that extra little bit of AP, and then you want the quest. The quest is very powerful. That's the one redeeming factor of the Spell Thieves line. If you're going for the Targons, you just want extra beefiness, and possibly you might want to go for the Targons as an option, just so you have shielding for like a single target. It'll help protect the Kog'Maw if that's what he's going for, but
Yeah. And right now with the Targons, I mean, Taquito almost has 700 health at level 1, which is pretty insane. Now, granted, that's also with runes and masteries, but I believe it's 150 health from Targon's Brace. Certainly helps the cause.
yeah.
That
Now,
that being said, I am a little disappointed that neither of them have ancient coin, but their
I think it's
decisions do
excusable.
make sense. Yes.
yeah. It's not like, not going it on someone who utilizes like Soraka, going like Targons on Soraka or like Spell Thieves on Soraka.
Yeah, maybe
That's a no-no.
That wouldn't work nearly as well as
Yeah.
ancient coin.
But these
Oh,
are acceptable decisions, I would say.
nice little delay there again. All right. So
Love you, Riot.
nice. All right. Yeah, I really. This is a little unrelated to the actual game itself, but I really like the new the map, the arcade theme map.
Yeah, the minions are really cool. I like the little race cars; those are great.
Yeah, I really like that as well.
As John X Spartan loves the mid lane again.
Yeah, he's coming into the mid lane looking for Spinal Tapper. Maybe. Oh yeah, Spinal Tapper does flash away. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Flebe getting a taunt off onto Mallet's Screen. More importantly, in the bottom lane, School is actually running very low. Taquito getting full stacks of explosive charge by Mialis. School pretty low, and Taquito less low. Oh, in the top lane, Flebe barely missing his taunt. A little unfortunate.
Yeah, the Shadow Dash not connecting. John X Spartan maybe could have went for the Flash Cocoon on the Elise to set up for Flebe's Shadow Dash. It would have been a bit risky.
Yeah,
especially considering Malice has the Flash himself.
I don't think they would have had the damage to take him out.
Elise damage early is very strong.
That is true.
I think it can be underrated. Or underestimated.
That is true.
Because especially with the percent health damage and percent missing health damage against someone who has a decent health pool, it adds a lot of damage down. Speaking of damage, though, Flebe.
Ooh, yeah. Getting chunked out pretty bad. He's at like 20. Nah, I'd say like 15% health maybe. Very, very low regardless.
Oh, and Vivat Mori.
That. Yeah, Vivat Mori in the top lane looking for Flebe. Flebe dashing away, getting a nice shield off, and I'm getting some more lag. Flash coming out from Mallet's Screen. Flash also coming out from Flebe. Neither of them end up dead. And Flebe escapes with his life, and he's looking to back, potentially going to burn his teleport in order to get back to lane and keep up in farm and
He can
experience.
probably run to lane without teleporting. The wave is pretty far down. If he doesn't wait so long, he is
taking a very long time. Penguin God trying to trade in the mid lane. It's not really working out too well. He is playing a control mage into Kassadin, which is always going to be a winning lane for the Kassadin. Because Kassadin just has innate magic or built-in magic resist and counter mage.
Yeah, magic shield.
Emmy Alice in this school looking for a little bit of cheese, walking into the enemy jungle. Just end up placing a ward though and walking back into lane. Very large.
Normally you don't ward that deep. Speaking of being deep, John X Spartan might be stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, it does look like Spinal Tapper. Oh wow, everybody's looking for John Spartan right now. He uses Repel to get away for a second. Taquito is getting a full stack of explosive charge, ends up running out of shield. John Spartan escaping with his life. No summoners burned on either team. Nothing really of significance coming out of that.
They could have went for that fight there, actually.
They should have gone for that fight.
Vivat Mori and Spinal Tapper were kind of just hanging around the back and kind of walking back and forth, unsure if they could go for it, they definitely could have. John X Spartan was good as dead there.
Mm-hmm. That
So
was a
that's
bit of a
missed
misplay.
opportunity.
Yeah, a bit of a misplay by Sinzari. Just the fact that they didn't go for that engage and they didn't fight for it. But, not too big of a deal, as the gold is still very even. Only a 200 gold lead in favor of team boosted by DemoZ. Just a little bit of laning going on. I'm a little curious about Vivat Mori's decision to pick up Hunter's Potion. What are your thoughts on that?
The corrupt. Wait, what?
The
Sorry,
Hunter's Potion on
the
Vivat
Hunter's
Mori?
Potion. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. I misheard you. I heard corruption for a second. It does add a lot of extra sustain as. Oh.
Hold that thought. School getting hooked by Taquito. Flash. Oh. Man, John Spartan with the Flash Cocoon. Mistimes it a little bit and ends up doing the reverse and Cocoon flashing. So, Flash burn by John Spartan. Not actually connecting with anything. That's pretty unfortunate. Bit of a misplay there. And meanwhile, Spinal Tapper. Wait. Oh, Spinal Tapper went to get the blue buff, but it ended up getting taken away by Vivat Mori. Oops!
I want to speak about misplays. I think I might have been misplaying it. Do you think it's Spinal Taper?
It could
Not
be.
Tapper? Because I believe Tapper would be double P, right?
But I feel like Tapper just kind of makes more sense. You know? It's like, I don't know what it Taper's like a monkey, isn't it? And
No,
I don't feel like
Taper
it'd be
is,
very polite to call him a monkey.
It's kind of like thin, like it thins out, kind of. So like something going from like thicker to like thinner, it's spreading.
Oh, really?
Sort of. Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Learning 5 stream where you learn what a
Learning
taper
5's
is.
dictionary right here.
Where you learn some words. Oh.
Not just learning League, but learning tapers.
Yeah, learning what tapers are. Oh! Alright. Yeah, directing camera didn't think that was very important. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Spinal Taper Tapper. Doing a little bit of damage. Vivat Mori is coming in for a second to say hello to his teammate.
I'm gonna go with Taper because we already went for Tapper, so then at least we're half right no matter what. Although
We've been 50%. Oh! Penguin got with the ulti onto Spinal Taper. Flashing me out. Oh! Perfectly timed flash from Spinal Taper. And now Stand United coming out from Flebe. And Vivat Mori is actually exhausted. Oh, Stand United canceled. Penguin God actually getting the first blood just by using his Q and then an auto attack. Very clean from Penguin God. Wow, that was not the direction that I expected that to go in.
yeah, Vivat Mori really squishy with that Evelyn pick, and
It looks like
Penguin
they might-
dealing a lot of damage.
Are they going to be transitioning? They're going to be transitioning this into a dragon. First dragon, Elder Dragon. Ward spotting out from Taquito. But their
Infernal,
jungler...
not Elder.
Yeah, Infernal, my bad. My apologies. Their jungler is on the other side of the map, so they're not going to be able to do anything about it. That's 10-minute Infernal Drake. That's
Not a 10-minute Elder, luckily.
not a 10-minute Elder.
Luckily for
That'd be really, really,
SOS,
really bad. Yeah.
a bit rough.
Most indefinitely. Wow. That's really, really good. Really, really good for boosted by DemoZ.
Yeah, especially with how much damage they have. You know, that Infernal Drake is going to help in the early game where that Elise and the Orianna can take more advantage of it. And then later on, that Infernal Drake, I made the same mistake myself. Holy lightning.
Wow, that was
Save me.
insane.
That was like right next to my house.
Wow,
I
that's
need an adult.
what the heck?
That was really bright. Okay. I want to make sure my yard isn't on fire. I think I'm good.
Well, that would make
That
quite
was,
the news headline, wouldn't it?
A bit spooky. My bad, guys.
Very, very spooky indeed. Well,
If it gets much worse, we might have to do something about it. But
yeah, but that is we'll cross that bridge if and when we get there.
yeah,
You know, Penguin God is playing this. He's playing his lane really well, just in the fact that he keeps on autoing Spinal Taper. just whenever you can. Because Spinal Taper, he's not going to be able to absorb the physical damage from the auto attacks like he's going to be able to absorb the magic damage from the abilities coming out from Penguin God. So I'm going to say that's well played going to Penguin God, just for the fact that he keeps on autoing Spinal Taper. Really nice Command Protect coming out from Penguin God there. And a less exciting bit of Thunder as Penguin God's Thunderlord's Kree goes off. Gets a nice trade.
Poor little Thunderlords. Used to be broken, but now it's not.
Yeah, maybe that's what happened just now. Maybe somebody got a third auto attack outside of your house.
Street fight going down, punching someone, and then 3 punches in, just lightning strikes them. A bit overpowered, I would say.
That's the new Marvel Netflix show, right? One Punch Man.
I don't know if that's Marvel. Not canonically, at least. And also, that's 3 Punch Man.
3 Punch Man. Yeah, Thor, right?
Thor Punch Man?
I'd watch.
3 out of 3 would watch.
3 out of 3. That's a.
Oh.
A little bit of trading going on in the top lane. John Spartan actually forcing out the flash of Taquito. Now, fighting is happening right now. Vivat Moray is running pretty low, and meanwhile in the top lane, Malice Green just doing his thing. A little bit of a rhyme there. Man, that'd be really cool if I just did a freestyle rap instead of casting. Very unrelated, but that'd be really fun. Anyways, Taquito and Vivat Moray both use their flash in that last engage. Boy, that would be so cool. I gotta work on that. One day. Alright, Malice Green is actually engaging onto Flaybay. Flaybay is running out of health. Uses his dash defensively to get out of there. Malice Green has reached the very terrifying level 6 power spike. And he does have... Wait, he only has 1 stack of... not Chomp. Feast. So he's going to be looking to get more.
He should be using it as much as possible on, whatever he can get his hands on, but it would be really nice if Cho'Gath can be getting those feast stacks on either champions or epic monsters. So if Cho'Gath can get, like, the Rift Herald, or if he can get some kills onto Flaybay in lane, that's going to mean that he can get over the 6 stacks, so he can get infinite stacks. But, so, to anyone who doesn't know how it works, you can get infinite stacks on Cho'Gath on champions and epic monsters, but you can only get up to 6 on on baby monsters or minions.
Baby monsters meaning just any monsters in the jungle.
Yeah, any like red buff, blue buff, and then any of the smaller camps.
It even works on the tiny raptors or even the smallest Krugs available.
Yeah.
But Malice Green, honestly, him not using his ulti seems really greedy to me. He really wants to get the... Oh, that was emphasizing on my point. He flashes forward to use Beast, and he doesn't have the damage nor the physical or the true damage right now or the health to take that. And he's gonna pay for it. Is he's actually being engaged on? Oh, okay. Well, Vivat Moray actually does come help, but it's not enough. Now Penguin God is in the top lane fighting his laner, Spinal Taper. Now Spinal Taper with the flash going back in onto Penguin God. Penguin God running out of health. Now Spinal Taper is the target of Flaybay. Flaybay takes him out, and now Flaybay is running out of Vivat Moray. Vivat Moray wants to take out Penguin God, but Penguin God is running away. Vivat Moray is himself running away. Now Flaybay looks like he's going to be disengaging on this fight as well. That was pretty exciting.
I've come up with a solution to the Thunder for the stream, as long as I'm not talking. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, hook onto, who is that? Emialius, and now he's School is using his ulti onto Emialius, and now Exhaust coming out onto Jace. Jace is running away, uses his heal, and now Emialius is looking to target Taquito. Taquito starting to get stacks of the explosive charge. Flash coming out from Emialius. Teleport coming on from Malice Green. Malice Green hitting a 2-man knockup, doing a nice bit of damage onto School and Emialius. Emialius trying to lifesteal back up, but he doesn't really have a lot of lifesteal right now. Are they going to try anything else here? Malice Green doesn't have Flash, but he does almost have Righteous Glory back up, and his face is going to be up as well. Doesn't look like anything else unless Taquito hits a hook here. Yeah, okay. Oh, wait, hold on. John Spartan is looking to engage onto multiple members of Team SOS, but just walking away. It's not enough to bother them, just to kind of annoy them mildly. Okay, but
Yeah,
now
what
we're
I was
seeing...
about to say. Oh, okay, hold on.
Yeah, so this is looking like a fight's about to break out.
They're really getting their action in.
Yeah. Not really anybody landing any punches yet from either team. They're just kind of poking around and seeing what's good. Dragon started by Emialis. I don't think that's the right move at all. So now they're going to be attacked from multiple sides. Malice Green using his Righteous Glory, and now the engage from Spinal Taper out. Malice Green actually using his ulti to get a kill on School, and now Jace killing Spartan, and now it's just being a wipe. Vivat Mori taking out Penguin God, and that's a 4 for 0 actually. And Malice Green even got a stack of Feast. Oh,
You know, if
that
he
was...
didn't get it there, he could have just had it on the Drake here.
Yeah,
So
that was really...
The one time he wasn't urgently in need to get a kill with it, he gets a kill with it.
Yeah, right?
It's like a bittersweet feeling. Yes, he got a kill with it, but he probably just would have gotten Drake afterwards with it.
Oh wait, I just realized Malice Green actually has 4 Dark Seal stacks. That's a really interesting build coming out from Malice Green, but it's starting to pay off as he does have, what is that?
12 extra AP on
So
top
27
of 15.
AP, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's
It's paying off for him.
it gives him good value. He mostly is probably just doing it for the extra mana. I'm guessing he got it before the Righteous Glory.
Yeah.
I
he
don't
did.
think he should have it upgraded because then it's just dumping too much gold into something that he might lose.
Mhm.
And he could be using that gold for other stuff right now.
Okay,
But
one thing
definitely hanging on to it is not bad by any means.
one thing we have to acknowledge, MEL has honestly lost that fight by starting up the starting up the dragon, because now instead of having to worry about the enemies in front of them, they also have to worry about the fact that the dragon is now attacking them, and that they have a whole nother set of damage coming in. They really can't do anything about. They were trapped in the dragon pit, and they just had to fight their way out one way or another. But they chose to go the way there isn't a path out. So really didn't end well, and Team SOS really capitalized well on that, and they ended up winning that. Not even just winning that fight, they wiped that fight and took the dragon for free, and all the kills that they got were just the cherry on top.
Yeah, and right now Flaby is smacking down the tower in the bot lane, but
right now Spinal Taper and Taquito are looking for him. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to find him though. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, team boosted by DemoZ is looking for this first tier 1 tower. Probably going to take it. Vivat Mori engaging onto John Spartan. John Spartan flashing away. Vivat Mori flashing forward. John Spartan actually running out of health. Stand United coming in from Flaby. That was a very good ulti from Flaby. Definitely saved John Spartan there. Flaby looking to defend this tower.
Oh yeah,
this is not a good fight.
They can't get this tower because they're getting
Maybe
flanked.
it is. Okay, Flaby is actually engaging onto Malice Green. Malice Green looks to be the target of Emalius and Flaby. Using his Righteous Glory, ends up getting taken out by Penguin God, and that was actually pretty clean. But at what cost? Right now, Spinal Taper in the bottom lane is going to be pushing out this tower for free. Nobody's going to be contesting it. In the mid lane, Jace is going to be taking... He's going to be putting on some damage on this mid tower for free. Nobody's going to be contesting that. They're getting some vision on Baron? No, they're not. They didn't even clear the... So what just happened is team boosted by DemoZ didn't even clear the control ward in Baron, even though nobody was there to contest it. Okay, that was not too good. Definitely need to get some form of vision on that Baron. It's not very likely, but the enemy team, there is always going to be a possibility of the enemy team sneaking it. Now that might not be the best play right now, but it is a play that could be made, and you have to be prepared for that. Whew. Oh, Taquito landing a hook onto School. School getting some damage off, actually running pretty low. And now Taquito throwing out his lantern, getting Malice Green in there. Ulti coming out from Malleus just to save his poor Lulu support. Ends up doing exactly that, saving Lulu. And they're all running towards bot lane right now. And now Spinal Taper looking to engage. Flaby? Okay. Well, okay, not much happened there. Are you all good, Cat?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a little inactive because I'm trying not to push the talk too often in fear that you guys are going to be violated by some more thunder.
Nah, man, that was super cool.
Maybe we can just hold the mic on then. Open mic so you guys can be jump scared again.
I was like, wow, that was a really loud noise when the first lightning went off.
Yeah, it's not nearly as bad. Hopefully it's not going to get that bad. But
Yeah.
speaking of getting bad, this game is getting a little spicy.
Oh, I love the segue.
I mean, also, Malice Green stacks are gone. Rip.
Yep.
Never forget the stacks.
But hey, at least he has the increased healing for potions. Oh, Fleabay getting hooked by Taquito. And now Vivat Mori is looking to engage on the Fleabay. Fleabay really has a lot of health. He has a lot of magic resist right now.
He has a Randuin's and magic resist and some more armor. So he's got a medium-sized health pool with a whole... What do you want to use to describe his amount of resistance?
I think scientifically that's a metric butt ton. I think that's the official standing. Okay, well that was a flash from Jace. Alright. Well, that's that. Flash from Jace. Jace no longer has a flash. Okay, well, Viva Morty actually going on to Amalius. Amalius is pretty low, uses his heal to get away. Now John Spartan's actually really low. Spinal Taper flashing using his ulti in order to get a kill. Penguin God looks to be the next target. Taquito barely missing his hook, now Spinal Taper.
Yeah, and that's Jungler Dead. Dragon spawning in 4 seconds. This is going to be an Earth Drake. And Cho'Gath does have his ulti up. And he's TPing top lane! No! It's not
what are you doing?
Stacks! The stacks!
Get the dragon, you fool! Red team has slain the dragon, but it wasn't a Cho'Gath.
Was it worth it? Was the CS worth
oh,
it?
Man.
Possibly.
No, not like
the
this.
Stacks.
Not the stacks. Oh, boy. Alright, well, that deserves a little bit of flaming. Oh, God. Malice
Green. Feels bad. It might not have even been the worst decision, although it is using teleport for that.
Yeah.
So I mean, losing that's first of all that could have been prevented by proper wave management in the top lane, making sure that that wave was shoved out for them. So that was misplayed on their part, and then TPing.
Malice Green should not be TPing there. Yeah.
For a wave of CS, worth it? Wait, did he even have his ulti? He might not have.
Oh, maybe he didn't. Maybe that's why. Maybe he used it on a minion. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he did, because he has a lot of feast stacks now. He's got
I think he probably just used it on a minion.
Yeah, and it was... Oh, let me see.
Oh, it's Keto actually getting chunked out quite a bit, having to flash out to avoid getting killed by Malice. I think in that situation, Malice definitely shouldn't have even been near the dragon. Let me rephrase that. He should have been near the dragon, but
well, no, he should have been top lane and then TP'd in for the fight. He should have cleared that wave out and then TP'd down. But
yeah. Oh, hold that thought. Speaking of Malice Green, he's ending up getting chunked down. Viva Mori, he's on a killing spree, taking out Shen. Now flash coming out from John Spartan. And Malice Green taking out Viva Mori, running out of health. And Melias takes him out. Melias looking on to Jace. Jace gets... Oh, Jace gets taken out with the exhaust. Now that's a triple kill coming in from Melias. Melias looking for a quadra kill, but nobody's presenting himself for a free quadra kill. Unfortunately, so they're looking to take out this tower. Oh, Spinal Taper looking in to get the kills. Ends up almost taking out Penguin God, but he's ending up. Oh, he's running out of health. Penguin God using his ulti. Oh my God, he didn't take anybody out. Oh my God. Oh, that's a tilter and a half.
That's what feels bad. That's when you just grab your head and you just
repeatedly slam it into the desk. Oh man, that's rough. Oh, very well played defense from team boosted by damage. So John Spartan ended up getting a cocoon onto him. Penguin God used his ulti to get him away. So that was really clean. Very well played. Gotta give him credit for that.
The against the Kassadin, it was really clean. The little sidestepping of all the Kassadin's abilities, which doesn't really happen that often. I don't know if that was an outplay or a misplay from.
I'm gonna say that was an outplay.
BBD?
Yeah,
okay.
Right.
Yeah, let's go with the positive one. Outplay.
That being said,
I mean, the Orianna ulti to displace was really
good. Was very good.
Yeah.
You got to appreciate the amount of the bravery that would take to see 4 enemies there and think I can take them on, and then
they
proceeding
were
to
so
do
low
so.
that I think most people would have thought. I thought for a second he would too.
Yeah. Oh, Flaybay actually getting a little bit cut out. Vivat Morty using his chilling smite on him ends up just hammering down on him. Not actually being killed though. Okay. Ward spotting out Malice Green spotting out couple members of BBD. It does seem like Baron is gonna be the priority right now. In bot lane right now.
Oh, Penguin God.
Oh, fight going on. Penguin God actually getting caught out by Spinal Taper. Using, oh, that was a clean cocoon. Now the school actually being engaged on by Vivat Mori. Meanwhile, over here, oh my god, Spinal Taper's running out of health. John Spartan's out. You gotta take him out. Oh, but over here, now Vivat Mori is running out of health. Vivat Mori is taken out by Flaybay. Flaybay is running away, uses his gargoyle, so play gets popped by Spinal Taper. Now everybody's running out of health. Now Melius is looking to turn around, try and getting damage out on everybody. It's a 1v4 right now, and doesn't even look like... Oh, Emilius looking for Spinal Taper. He has Flash available. He's gonna... Oh! Feels terrible, man. I think Spinal Taper should have just flashed for that and gotten the kill. Oh, man. Feels terrible, man. Wow, there's a 1.4 thousand gold lead between the ADCs in favor of Emilius. So right now, Emilius has an item and a half over Jace, which isn't really what you want to see. Also, right now, Team SOS should be using this off moment to be getting vision on Baron, but right now they're just all backing. None of them placed any wards on it, which is a little bit of a misplay.
I have push to talk on.
Okay, I thought your house was being struck by lightning.
I was talking for a while with push to talk, and then I just potatoed. I know you're potato, but I became potato for a second.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I'm a scholar among the potatoes. The average potato IQ is actually incredibly low.
Yeah, I think I might be joining the potato family soon. Can you adopt me, please?
Yeah, but you're gonna have to change your Twitter handle.
Meowing potato confirmed. But I was saying, I think there was a pretty decent misplay there. Malice Green not using either of his active items during that whole fight there that happened before. He had both his Righteous Glory and his Stone Plate at the end of the fight. Now,
yeah,
he didn't actually get the Feast kill onto Flaybay, so he doesn't even get that extra stack either.
No, not the Feast stacks.
I mean, we're memeing about it a lot, but the stacks are really important. You know,
yeah, they really are.
Cho'Gath is really good because he gets these stacks. He doesn't lose them on death anymore, and it's an extra 120 HP. That's a considerable amount. That's a couple hundred gold worth.
But right now he is gonna be taking this dragon. Red team has slain the dragon. And he do see Cho'Gath's splash art up there, which is good news, Bears. So he was an active part of that dragon, and he got the stacks, which is great. Oh, flash from Emilius. Vivat Mori engaging. Now Malice Green looking to be engaging. People are trading back and forth. Oh, Flammy. Oh, God. Wow, Spinal Taper shutting down Emilius. Now that's a lot of damage gone. Now Flaybay looking to engage back onto him. It's Penguin God looking to turn the fight. John Spartan actually having used Repel. Oh, Penguin God getting hit by the Malice Green's Cho'Gath Q. Now Malice Green silencing multiple enemies in a cone in front of him.
Yeah, and Emilius cannot die. This is a comp built around him, and he's dead right now. That's a big problem.
Honestly,
now, in the backside,
SOS should be going for Baron right now. Oh, Vivat Mori looking for anybody on the enemy team, not finding anybody. They could really be, they should be going for Baron right now. Nobody's going to be able to contest them. I mean, sure, Penguin God, he doesn't have ulti though, but this is a free Baron. They should be taking advantage of this, especially with the Cho'Gath and the Smite that you have right now. It wouldn't be an even fight as Spinal Taper just respawned, but I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Should they have gone for Baron there or no?
You were talking about SOS going for Baron?
Yes.
It's a bit risky. I mean, Emilius was just respawning, so you'd have to really rush it down.
Mhm.
And with their team, they definitely have the damage to do that. But the Kassadin wasn't up, and he did have TP, so it was like, yes, he could get there, but do you want to risk it when you can really just kind of take towers down?
Yeah.
And
Oh, Spinal Taper getting polymorphed and now looking to be the target for team boosted by demos. Oh, what a great cocoon from John Spartan. Ends up taking out Spinal Taper. Got a little Irish there for a second. Spinal Taper.
is that Irish? I don't. That didn't sound Irish.
Alright, we'll go with it. Okay, missed Q from John Spartan. Or missed Cocoon, I think that's Q.
Oh, the Baron being started.
Yeah, Baron is indeed being started by boosted by demos. Malice. Oh, actually,
They can't start Baron, especially without Flaybay not tanking it. This Elise went for a AP-ish build. Oh,
Flaybay actually getting a taunt onto Vivat Mori. Vivat Mori is running pretty low. Oh, wow! Very well played by Malice Green. Ends up taking out Penguin God. Penguin God no longer available. Now John Spartan ends up getting taken out himself. Vivat Mori running away, running back into things. Spinal Taper looking to engage onto the school. The school has enough shielding to protect himself. And now it looks like Baron is going to be started by SOS this time. And they're probably going to be able to take it. The enemy team does not have Penguin God, and they do not have a smite, and it goes away. Oh, but the stacks. Feast was not up for that, unfortunately. Teleport coming out from Malice Green into the bottom lane to match Flaybay's split push.
Yeah, I think that was a weird TP from Flaybay.
Yeah.
In the first place, I don't even know if Malice Green needed to TP there because they had Baron recall. They could have just recalled and walked there with home guards. So weird TP from both of them, but especially Flaybay's TP. Why moment.
One thing I would like to comment on is how quickly they were able to take down that Baron because of the 3 mountain dragons. That's a lot of true damage. What is that? 24% true damage to all global objectives, including towers, dragons, barons. Oh, hold that thought. Flaybay is actually being engaged on by everybody. He's gone. He gets ultied.
Yeah, also the Earth Drake is 10% per Drake, so it's
it's 30%. That's 6% better.
Nice flat numbers.
Yeah.
Just 10s.
It's even better.
None
Malice Green has almost 5,000 health, which is a little ridiculous. We've reached that late game point where Malice Green is going to be a very big problem for team boosted by demos. Very big problem. Quite literally, too, as his feast stacks increase his size.
The weirdest thing about this, I feel, is John Spartan's build. He went for Banshee's Rush, and then he's going for Zanya's, and he didn't go for the Leandries against the Cho'Gath. No Leandries. That is...
Yeah.
I mean, Elise loves Leandries. She builds it most of the time, and oh...
Yeah, Vivat Mori looking to engage on Emilia? What? Hold on. Emialis, not Malleus. Emialis. Okay. Sorry, go on with what you were saying.
Yeah, so just a really weird build from the Evelyn might be costing them a lot of tank.
From the Elise, you mean?
But Elise, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
MELS, it does have a lot of tank trading though, but in the mid lane.
Yeah, in the mid lane, John Spartan is actually belting Vivat Mori. Vivat Mori is taken out by Emialis. Wow, well played. Multiple on my way pings to the currently rising dragon. That's going to be an elder dragon.
35 minutes, just barely.
Is it
around 30 seconds when it's on?
Are elder dragons 35 or 25?
35 is when they start.
Okay. There you go, folks.
Now I'm doubting. I'm so confused now.
I think it is 35. So let's see, the first dragon spawns at what, 10 minutes or 5 minutes? 10 minutes. No, 5, I don't know. That's your homework, students. Go figure out what the casters don't know.
Give me like 2 seconds, hold on.
Alright, well,
35.
we're on it.
Okay, wait. Yes, 35. Okay, just double checking.
We're correct.
Alright, I was like 25 is way too early.
Yeah,
There's no
that's
way.
what I was thinking as well.
But then you make me doubt myself.
I'm sorry.
Filled
Not
with
like
doubt.
this. NA
Nothing
production.
else though, please.
NA production, not knowing anything about League of Legends feels bad, man.
Unlucky.
Alright.
Enough memeing for now.
Never
I mean-
enough memeing.
So they have this protected carry comp with the Lulu Tristana, but then they don't really. They need to have the Shen engage with the Ori ball. That's the only ball delivery, and
Oh, flash going on to Penguin. Oh my god, Penguin God is very low. He's on. He's in a perfect moment. Wow! Spinal Taper barely missed that window of opportunity to kill Penguin God. And Penguin God ended up living because he used Zanya's, and you had Lulu, the school, shielding it. Very, very well played by team, boosted by DemoZ. The fact that they did not just let their mid laner die without any protests. Good job!
now you gotta really be careful because with the triple Earth Drake with the Elder on, they can basically just shred through like your base in 2 seconds.
Absolutely.
They can just if you are leaving a tower or an inhib for 1 second, it's gone.
Wait, it doesn't do it.
60% true damage.
I don't think it applies to
Not
inhibitors.
60, sorry. It's huh?
I don't think it applies to inhibitors.
I believe inhibitors are counted as structures, so it's increased against them.
No,
Drake?
they're not.
The Mountain Drake?
Mountain Dragons only apply to epic monsters and towers. So there you go.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. You can click on the status buff. Check it out.
I will verify that.
Yeah, Sir Potato is not a very reliable source. But it is indeed true. You can just click on a champion. Oh, directed camera hole. Click on a champion, check out the dragon buffs on them. Read a little bit about it.
But this is getting a bit close. I mean, no towers on mid and bottom inhibitor
Yeah.
for BBD.
Uh-huh.
Only 1 tower left in the top lane on that inhibitor, and then they're completed Nexus. So they have inhibitors at the very least, right? There's no super minions coming in.
Oh, Mel's screen is so scary! Oh, he ends up flashing out, actually. He is taking a lot of damage from Emialis. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Flame Babe. That's it. Trying to clear waves. Doing a pretty good job. Pretty successful. Doesn't get taken out, and he doesn't have to expend any summoner spells. Well played. Vivat Moore using his Proto Belt in order to engage a little bit, get a little bit of poke, say, hey, this is what I can do. Don't underestimate me. Oh, wait! Mal's Green has Warmog's armor, so it doesn't matter whether Emialis is doing a ton of damage to him. He just sits for 3 seconds, and then boom, all of his health is back. Meanwhile, in the top lane, the turret is being destroyed. Flame Babe is running pretty low on health. Mastery is being flashed. Gotta love it!
And, you know, so they're pushing on these inhibs right now. 1 person on the sides, and then 3 people in the middle.
Yep, this is
But
not
you gotta
looking too
remember,
good.
The Baron is up right now. Should they really be going for this when the Baron is up?
I think they're able to.
They
don't need the Baron in order
They
to
have
be doing
2
this.
teleports. They could...
Oh, John Spartan 1v1ing with... Oh! Spinal Taper using his Zanyas! Right next to each other! Oh, no! John Spartan barely ends up losing that trade. Meanwhile, oh, Malice Green getting a lot of health around that redemption. Spinal Taper taking out this inhibitor pretty easily using his Lich Bane. Nobody's contesting it. They've got more important things to worry about than me. Now they're actually here, but he has ulti. He's able to escape.
3 inhibitors down.
That's bad news bears.
Heading towards the Baron, that is...
Very, very bad news bears.
Even...
They don't even...
If they get this Baron, that is almost pretty much guaranteed game over. Because you just shove all 3 lanes, get Baron on all of them. What
And
can you do
you win.
against double super minions in each lane?
That's when you
Baron
just
buff?
FF and try to get a double Nexus explosion. That's your best bet. Baron's running very low. It's going to be taken out. Yeah, boosted by DemoZ' jungler hadn't even spawned yet. And that brings, woo! Ooh, Malice Green at 12 stacks. Let's go, baby.
Is he by the elixir of iron?
Come on. Did he get it? Oh.
Nah, he hasn't. Oh, he didn't buy it. Wait,
Damn.
he stopped. He
Come
bought
on.
it.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go, boys. So
that is a big Cho'Gath.
That is a very large Cho'Gath sitting at 5,355 health. But that's not even considering the fact that he has a, oh my god, he has Gargoyle Stoneplate. So he can double his health and literally have 10,000 health. Which isn't too
double.
good.
It's 60% increase.
Wait, it's not double? I'm pretty sure it is double.
With the 3 people, yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
So he can literally have 10,000 or 10,000 health, which is kind of insane.
And his ulti does over 1,000 true damage right now.
Woohoo!
How do you stop these minions?
The
How do you stop a
super
1,000
powered
true
minions.
damage point and click?
Wow,
And look at that top wave. Oh, it's building up.
Oh my god! And meanwhile, the fights are starting to break out. Flame Babe trying to engage onto 2 members of Team SOS. Now he's saying SOS needing to flash out. And he ends up living, but at what cost? His towers are starting to fall. There goes one. And now the school is running very low. Stand United coming out. School is just deleted by Spinal Taper. And now, oh my god, Spinal Taper going in, deleting everybody. Malice Green using his, oh, Jesus. Wow. There was so much going on there, I couldn't even cast it. Pretty much what happened was SOS won.
That was, yeah. They just ran it down, and that is a 2-0 for them.
Wowee! Well, God, I mean, going into this, we knew that the longer that the game dragged out, the less of a chance that Team BBD had to win. But once we got to 40 minutes, it was just a nail in the coffin. You could tell there wasn't going to be any comeback. As soon as the even first inhibitor was taken, there's so much pressure all over the map that Team SOS has, and Team BBD just really can't do anything about it, which is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, they just ran through the base. I mean, you can look at the scoreboard. It wasn't even that far apart. The gold, difference was within 10,000 gold. Not ridiculous. But just the strength of those champions in the late game, the Kog'Maw and the Cho'Gath. The Cho'Gath specifically was just unkillable.
Yeah. Either way, very well played to both teams. Very, very well played. I'm so glad that I was able to cast that game. I always love casting games with Cho'Gath in it, just because you can say, oh my god, he has 10,000 health right now, and he's going in, doing 1,000 true damage, taking out anybody that he would like to. Very, very incredible game. Well played to both teams. Do you have anything else to say before we start wrapping it up?
Cho'Gath is scary.
Cho'Gath is very scary. He very much so fits that part of his lore. Well, I think that's going to do it. Thank you so much for enjoying the stream. We had a lot of fun casting it, and I'm sure all the players had a lot of fun playing the games, regardless of whether or not they won or lost, because at the end of the day, this is all about fun and learning the game of League of Legends. So please check out our Twitter. All of these links are going to be in the little drop down below. Check out the Twitter. You can see all the dank memes posted there, or all the scheduling stuff, or just events in general.
Don't forget the Discord.
Don't forget the Discord. Yeah, Discord is very integral part of this program. This will also be linked down below. If you want, check out my Twitter. Check out Mr. Meowing Cat's Twitter. We both have some pretty dank tweets going on over there. And yeah, that was I think that's gonna wrap it up. So I have been and still am Sir Potato the 12th, joined by my lovely co-caster, Meowing Cat.
Gerger?
Well, I can't assume your gender.
Gerger.
I can't assume your gender, so that'll have to do. And yeah, we're gonna be signing off. So thanks for all the fish and goodbye.
Boo-doo-doo. met you, it was just for fun. Now I feel like you're the only one. Now I'm feeling like we just begun, just begun.